Okay, hi guys. So I have two different videos to do before we go through our live today. So I really want to do one before the other, so I think I'm gonna. I got a package today and I know what it is. I actually posted what it was going to be and I forgot all about it. Usually when I, get something or order something, I am like a kid in a candy store. I'm on that tracking number trying to figure out exactly where it is, and I, track it at least once a day, sometimes more than that. And it's like I totally forgot about this. So it is my new Scully. I'm so excited because I think it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about where I get most of my skulls from, which is a big deal. I'll tell you because I trust this woman. I really like her. She uses skulls in a metaphysical way. She is one of the, I think there's 13 ancient quartz crystal skulls out there. And if you don't know about them, you can look up ancient crystal skulls. And that will help you. I think there's 13 maybe, but there's like just a few really, more like 4 or 5 that people actually know about. And kind of have heard of before and stuff. One of the ones that people have heard about is named Synergy. And the person that I get all of my crystal skulls from is the guardian of Synergy. And now I'm look at all those gray hairs. Sorry. She sells crystal skulls on eBay. And she has all of her crystal skulls sit and meditate and sit in council with Synergy. So all of her crystal skulls have sat with an ancient crystal skull, which is a huge, huge deal. That means that all of the crystal skulls that I get from her have the ancient knowledge, and Synergy has discussed with them the ancient knowledge that he has, which is freaking awesome. Ancient crystal skulls. Let me just give you a brief overview in case you don't know anything about them. There was 7, I thought, but I think I've heard recently that there was a couple more that they found. When I'm talking ancient crystal skulls, they have, been carbon dated and all that dating that they do scientifically. They've all been dated and they are all ancient, very old, like the times of the Mayans, the Mayan culture, when that culture was around and big, when they did the Mayan calendar and all that stuff. We're talking that old or older, all of them. They are all very unique. They're all pretty large. Most of them are, pretty big skulls. And they were found in temples, in places that they assume were places of worship. They were found all throughout the world, and scientists have looked at them and cannot find any tool marks. So what does that mean? That means, so the skulls that we get today, we can see some kind of tool mark on them because something had to carve that from quartz, from whatever kind of stone that is. Something had to carve that. Well, these ancient skulls, do not have any tool marks. So they are somehow, the universe gave us these skulls for information. And some people believe that it was an alien culture that brought them and left them here for us, and that they hold, ancient information that if you meditate with some of these skulls that you can channel other beings. Some people feel that they, the deities, God, goddess, however you want to call them, created them and put them in our path so that, again, we could get information from them. They're a mystery, though. We don't really know how they were created. So the fact that all of this woman who is the guardian of Synergy, one of the ancient crystal skulls, excuse me, sells her stones and has all of her stones sit with Synergy is a really cool, awesome thing to me. So most of mine, I have to say, have come from her. I have a few that have sat with other ancient skulls. And of course, I'm totally going to blank on their names, and I don't have my computer up here. I don't know why. Nope. I just am not going to, my brain is not going to work that way today. I'll have to think about it. Usually I can name at least 3 off the top of my head. Can't believe it. Because I have Synergy on my mind now. The rest of them are gone. So her name is Sherry. Excuse me, guys. I got a cough. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Her name is Sherry. She sells... Let me see. Her eBay store is called Blue Star Traders. And her eBay username is AzSherry. AzSherry. So hopefully you guys can see that C right here. Username. That's that. Her email address. There's her Facebook page. Ancient Crystal Skulls. Skull Synergy and Sherry. So, that is where I get probably 90% of my skulls are from Sherry. She sells them at very decent prices. And I know every single one of her skulls has been looked at by, I'm trying to think if she uses a geologist or a gemologist. She has someone on her payroll, I'm sure, or someone, however, that works with her, that tell her what each of the skulls is, as far as stone, and certifies each stone that it is what it is. So this is a woman I have, like I said, if you guys follow me at all, you know I have a lot of crystal skulls now, and I bet probably 90% of my skulls have come from her. So this is someone you can trust. She has auctions where if something doesn't sell, she will auction it off at a lower rate. And she also has some buy it now kind of prices. And she will show you every single flaw. If there's a flaw in the skull, she puts usually it's an big orange arrow and says, look, here's a little flaw. Which means you can get it at it, and then she discounts that. Which means you can get a very good discount. And I'll tell you that this skull has a flaw in it, and I'll show it to you eventually. But it's usually, it's always a natural flaw. It's not something that, usually, I shouldn't say always. I think I have seen a chip or something that was from the tool that they were using. But if there's a flaw, she will always tell you about it, like in great detail. This is what it is. She'll show you a couple different angles of it usually and tell you exactly what it is. So, she is who I get them from. And here, so excited. Oh, he is gorgeous. All right, hold on. Let me... just see. He is stunning. Now, he is called titanium quartz, which means it started out as a quartz crystal skull. Did I do this side yet? And then they brush titanium across it and heat it so that it bonds with the surface of the quartz. And that's where you get, this is actually called titanium flame. So that's where you get the coloring of this. This is like any, it's called an aura quartz, A-U-R-A. And there's different things that they bond with the quartz. There's, now am I going to be able to, okay, so you can bond silver bonded quartz does a certain thing. And of course, I'm not going to be able to remember my brain. Sorry guys, I was one of those Mondays, you know. And there is, what else? Iron, if they brush liquid iron onto it and then heat it, that does something else. All of these different minerals, if you bond the mineral to the quartz, will do different things to it. But it always creates these gorgeous colors, which that's how you get angel aura quartz. I've seen peach aura quartz, aqua aura quartz, green. Green, I think, is copper. They bond copper to it. Green aura quartz. There a whole bunch of different colors. And it is gorgeous, and it does not hurt the metaphysical meaning of the quartz. It just adds to it. So now I have added titanium as the properties of titanium to my quartz crystal skull here, which is awesome. Awesome. Okay, I will show you the flaw here. Ready? So this is a tiny little defect, and it's not a chip. It was a flaw in the quartz when they originally carved this quartz, and then it continued to be the titanium did not bond to that part, is what she said. So up right there, see that little tiny chip in the bottom of his chin there? That's it. And so how much did I pay for this? I can't remember. It was a very good price though. I think I paid 28 bucks. 28 bucks, I think. I know it was 20 something, and I'm pretty sure it was in the neighborhood of $28. So awesome. I'm giving you a huge tip here that you can get your stones from her, which kills me because I'm like, what if I want a stone? And then the people that I gave that information to, that is not an easy thing to give out, folks. But because I love you all, I will give you my tip. He's just beautiful. And so I will be meditating with him this week to try to learn his name. Each crystal skull has their own personality, has their own name. Sometimes they will tell you their name and sometimes they won't. I've had a couple of my skulls I've had for years now and still won't tell me their name. And that's okay. Sometimes they're very quiet, or it's secretive, or they're not quite, whatever information they have is you're not ready for it yet. So that happens sometimes. But he is, I'm pretty sure, quite the chatty Cathy. And his energy is very strong. So he's going to, I'm sure, try to take over, which Gaia will be very happy about. Gaia is my crystal skull, who is just the leader of my council anyway. He just always has been. As soon as I got him, he really stepped into that leader role. He sits in the center of all the skulls, and he is kind of the go-between for communication with them all, and keeps everyone up to date and all that kind of thing. And I have a feeling there might be a little bit of a clash here because this one is powerful, powerful. So we shall see. I'm so excited to show you my new guardian. He is just great. I just can't get over him. I'm going to end up holding him all week. Yay! Okay, so that's my first video. I'm actually going to put him up here so he can hang out with me tonight. And I have at least one other video to do. So we will see you soon, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. Blessings.